Hello everyone, Kiwi here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. It is Grand Arena time, 5v5 style, and I'm here with some offensive and defensive teams that I plan on using, and hopefully they will help you out and find success in Grand Arena and allow you to get to Kyber. First team on the list I have is Padme. Right now, these are kind of the teams that I plan on putting on defense, but that is subject to change, of course, depending on how things go, and I guess what my opponent has as well. Padme, I don't know, not much really needs to be said in regards to Padme. I have Barriss in there because I have 3PO with CLS. That might change in the future depending on if I find another character I like but that I like to put with CLS that will be almost as effective. But right now, 3PO just seems to be the best bet. Of course, Padme is subject to an easy 60 banners if the other person is using CLS. So the goal is to try to get them to use CLS before they get to Padme. And that's where one of these other teams that I have will hopefully accomplish that goal, but we shall see. So for now, that is where I plan on using Padme, and then we'll see what happens. Next, we have Rey. Don't really know. Obviously, the best lineup I think for Rey is looking at SWGOH. It's going to be Rey, Holdo, JTR, and then the Resistance heroes, bros, Mr. Finn and Poe. But I wanted to make another team with JTR that I think is a pretty good defensive team. And actually, that's the team I was just talking about. That's the team that I plan on using to hopefully draw out CLS. So put them up front. Hopefully they use CLS to knock it down. That way when they get to the back, they're kind of forced to use Traya or Palpatine or Vader against Padme. We'll see if the strategy works or not. But anyway, so Rey, I have Holdo L3. I got Cara and Vandor. Vandor's there for possible revives. He does do some healing. It does kind of make the other team, or I should say the opponent, kind of focus on trying to get him out to prevent the revives. So that leaves basically the tanks trying to get in the way to prevent that. And then Rey, in the meantime, doing her thing. Cara's kind of in there to combat Darth Vader as a possible counter. Don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm going to test it out and see what happens. All right, after that we have Grievous with Nute. Nute does a good job at preventing the Night Sister cheese. That's why I have Nute in there. Kind of force the opponent to try to use Jedi Knight Revan or some other, hopefully a high value team like Gas or something in order to take it out. After that we have Maul. I was forced to get Maul, so why not use him? It's a kind of a fun team. I played around with it today in Galactic Challenge just to see how it would operate. I might change Sith Trooper out. I'm not sure yet. I might put Marauder in there and then put Sith Trooper down with Darth Revan. Still haven't decided. Because what happens is Sith Trooper is going to taunt right away. Well, Dooku will probably go first. Dooku's going to put everyone, well, not everyone, put himself and Droideka under stealth. And then that will just leave Sith Trooper kind of standing there. So they'll have to attack Sith Trooper. Sith Trooper dodges, which is kind of the whole point of this team. Then he'll go under stealth, so then everyone will be under stealth. But I don't know. But Droideka kind of comes out of it pretty quick once he rolls out and gets damage immunity. So we'll see. It was a pretty fun team to mess around with. And the whole goal is to just try to steal banners from the other team. So you got, what, 3 AoEs on here? And then you got some counterattacks coming in as well. from Dooku and from Sith Trooper. All right, then we have Darth Revan. And I plan on putting Darth Revan on defense, at least for now. Since I only have really the one Galactic Legend I plan on putting. So that'll act as my kind of pseudo Galactic Legend. It's going to take, obviously, either a mirror match, another faster Darth Revan team for the most part, or they'll have to bring in gas or something like that. Or I guess Darth Vader can work too, but there's only so many Vaders to go around. So that should be a pretty good team. Then one I already talked about was JTR. Again, this is basically to try to draw out CLS. I will give up an easy 60 banners to CLS. But again, if it accomplishes its goal, then I guess I'm kind of okay with that. At least for now anyway. We'll see how it plays out and what my opponent's scores are, and if it actually accomplishes what I'm trying to get it to accomplish. So how many teams is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So really, we only have one other team. They need to increase the amount of teams, especially as people's GP keeps getting higher. More Galactic Legends are getting unlocked. I think they need to increase it. Actually, it would be fun if they increased it by at least 2. That way we get to use more of our roster instead of the same thing over and over again. So for my last teams, I'm actually kind of debating. I was going to maybe do Mon Mothma, this other Finn team, or I might just stick Gas on there just as a test to see how it goes. So then Darth Revan and Gas. I think that's a pretty tough lineup, and Gas is not going to be. It should take away banners and probably lead the other team to. My guess is only 55. I think would be probably the most, depending on what they use. So that's a good banner stealing team as well. So then we have Supreme Leader Kylo. Not much needs to be said for Supreme Leader Kylo. He's basically going to be there to combat C for the most part. At least that's my plan, to try to maximize banners against C. But we'll see. We'll also have to see. We'll have to see what teams I'm facing on defense. He might have to be used elsewhere, but at least that's the plan, is to use against C. Obviously, it could be used against Rey as well, but that's mainly what I'm trying to use it for. Obviously, if for some reason I don't have that many, C's not on defense, and that just gives me an opportunity to use Supreme Leader Kylo to solo something else for high banners. Then we have our BAM, our Beskar Mando. This team is basically to counter Grievous, so I don't have to use Jedi Knight Revan or anything. It does pretty well. It gets at least 55 banners. Towards the end, if you can work it out right, they heal up pretty well. So there's a possibility of 57 to probably 58, 59 banners. I don't think there's a really way to get back to 60. But that is a fun team to take against Grievous, to watch Grievous go poof at the very beginning. And then it's just a matter of cleaning up everybody else. This is a pretty resilient team. Then, like I said, Gas, I think I'm going to put on defense possibly. Maybe save for offense, not sure. We'll see how many teams I have for offense after this. We have Bosk, who can be used against Night Sisters, and actually can be used against Beskar Armor Mando. But I don't know. I think I'm going to be using against Nute as well. It just depends on what the lineups are. Really, I use Boss for max banners for the most part, and then obviously if there's a nest or something like that, the bounty hunters usually do a great job at making sure that nest gets taken care of. Then we have Jedi Master Luke. That's, I don't know, not much needs to be said for that. That's probably going to be used to take out Supreme Leader Kylo. and then really anything else that might be there. What's nice is you can kind of split this team up depending on what's on defense, how many Galactic Legends they set, because you might be able to split a Jedi Master Luke team and then a Jedi Knight, and then also a Jedi Knight Luke team, and then have Jedi Knight Revan. And those 3 teams will probably get pretty high banners. So that will be my goal for them. The Jedi Knight Revan, nothing really needs to be said for Jedi Knight Revan. We'll see what teams are on defense that can take out pretty much anything except for Galactic Legends, with the way that this team is comprised, excuse me, not having gas or anything. But it'll be great for those First Order teams or really anything else that's out there. You got CLS. Again, just like I mentioned before, can be used for pretty much everything. Could even take out Darth Revan. Depending on the C team, it can take out C. So it is a fantastic team for offense, for quick matches, for great banners. And then if that GTR team is there with Resistance Heroes, and like I said, it's great for that as well. Then you got Palpatine, Vader and company with Moth. Team to just run around circles, whatever you might be facing. I have this C team with Watt and the Armorer. That is going to be used for basically for Rey. I think is how I'm going to be using C. I was practicing in Arena today against that best Rey team with Resistance Heroes and JTR and company. And C takes them out without any problems, and that was against R8 Rey. Don't know how many banners that gets. I haven't done the math yet, but I don't care. It's Rey, and if I can just use 3 characters to take out Rey, then that's what I'm going to do. And then we have just kind of, I guess, leftover teams. We got Geos. We have Traya. Again, I guess that'll be if there's Mon Mothma. How many teams have I been using her for offense already? So we got Supreme Leader Kylo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's already, what, 8 teams? So a lot of these teams are going to be kind of, I don't know. We'll have to see where they end up getting used. Traya is obviously there for Mon Mothma, but again, if I have Palpatine and Vader, or Jedi Knight Revan, CLS, those teams will probably be used to take out that versus Traya, since they will probably get better banners. Then we have some other teams that can be used for offense or defense. Again, not everyone has 4 Galactic Legends. Not everyone has all these relic characters. But even with these characters not being relic, like with this EP team, you don't have to have that whole team relic for that to be awesome. Palpatine and Vader, they run circles. Moff Gideon, he doesn't need to be relic. You just need to have him fast so he can get out his move to reduce turn meter and get you guys just running circles around whoever you might be facing. CLS, again, so a lot of these teams, now, like obviously with the Beskar Mando team, you'll need to have high relics if you want to try to take out Grievous. But now you have Kira. I was really hoping for for better things from this team, which is why I relicked Young Han and Lando. What I had envisioned for them, what they could do, unfortunately, it just didn't pan out. I have seen it get holds in Territory Wars, but I don't know like what teams are getting thrown against it. I don't really know what it can do realistically still, what teams it could beat. I need to spend a day in Arena and just kind of play around with it and see what it can do, just to kind of get a sense. Because it has potential, especially when you throw an L3 and Nest in there instead of Stormtrooper Han and Candace. But I don't know, still a fun team. Maybe it could be used to clean up something, I don't know. Or if you have these characters relics, give it a shot. I could see how it could do a good job, at least at stealing banners. Then we got Traya. Nothing needs to be said against Traya. Same with the Geos. Again, fantastic team, offense or defense. Night Sisters, they're kind of a cheese team that can beat lots of things. It can beat that CLS team if everything goes right. It can beat Grievous as long as Watt's not in there, and it has about a 50-50 chance against Nute. So I don't know. I kind of have it sitting on the bench in the background if I need it for emergencies. I have my troopers that I'm working on. I'm trying to get them ready for a possible C counter, so I don't have to use Supreme Leader Kylo. But they are not ready yet. But again, fun team, great team, can catch people off guard. So even if this team isn't fully relicked, you can still catch them off guard. If you got them fast enough to get the Terminator train rolling, there you go. We got some First Order. I remember this team when I first started with Phasma and OG Kylo. That was such a fun team to use. But so again, another team that if you're just even starting out, you can have some of these characters. They don't need to be relicked to do good work. And then at the end, we got some leftover rebels with Lando and Leia and Han, and then Baze and Chirrut. Again, kind of a fun team, but again, where I'm currently at, it's not going to do good work. But if you're still middle of the game, beginning of the game, that could still be a fun team. At least one that can steal banners. You got a great tank. You got Lando, who's just laying down the AoE. You get a revive there from Han, and you got Leia putting out some pretty good damage. So that is a fun team to use. Still trying to debate if I want to get Baze and Chirrut to relics. I kind of like my Mon Mothma team as it is, so I don't really know where I would stick them. I'm not really sure, but we'll find. We'll have to see, because I was looking at maybe putting Han and Chewie with Beskar Armor Mando, but the team that I was hoping to use them against, it doesn't work, unfortunately, against that Jedi Master Luke or the Jedi Knight Luke Jedi Master Luke team. I can't get it to work, so I'm not going to be able to use it for that, unfortunately. It's just weird because I can use that team against the arena team with Jedi Knight Revan and Jedi Master Luke and Gas, but against the regular GAC team with Jedi Knight Luke lead and Jedi Master Luke, it doesn't work, unfortunately. So I was possibly thinking of doing Chirrut and Baze and putting them with CLS as another team, but since the other team doesn't work, no point in doing it at the moment. Plus, I think I want to try to finish off these the troopers anyway. Alright, so there you go. Those are my offensive and defensive teams. Let me know if you have some cool teams that have worked for you in the past that I don't have here. Obviously, you can make a Nute team, which is a very popular defensive team with Nute and Dooku and Nest. I don't have that on here because, like I said, I like running Nute with Grievous. A lot of people, obviously, if you can spare Watt and you can put him with Grievous, then that makes that team even tougher to take out. But there you go, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic Grand Arena season. Hopefully, everyone that watches this will get maybe something that can help them out, and if nothing less, that all of you are able to make Kyber and get those wonderful rewards. Everyone have a fantastic day. Kiwi out.